Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the United chapter. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever I have got to bring to you, as long as this post and as long as this Manchester United related. Right about here, the United chapter, as we definitely talk sports. My name is KALS, and we definitely are right here to talk about the return of Mason Greenwood. That's definitely making news. Is Mason Greenwood coming back to the club, Manchester United? Is he going to play for Manchester United one more time? Just stick around to know the latest about Mason Greenwood. You'll remember that we are in the summer transfer window, and we definitely always talk about what's going on in the summer transfer window. Who's bought football players from Manchester United, who has Manchester United bought football players from, and who's joining also from any other club who's joining Manchester United. All this we always try and talk about it right about here at the United chapter. And do not forget that Manchester United has already gone into shopping and bought a few football players, one of them being Mason Mount, was bought at a wonderful £55 million, £50 million fixed and 5 on add-ons. And the other football player that joined Manchester United is the goalkeeper Andre Onana from Inter Milan, who also played for Ajax Amsterdam under the management of Erik ten Hag some time ago. And he reunites with Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, and he was bought at £47 million, and that was a good figure, good amount for the goalkeeper. So I will be remembered that he's a very modern football goalkeeper, and we're gonna be seeing a bit of drama in the goals, really. So let's see what definitely will be happening with the club Manchester United. But at this moment in time, we're definitely going to be digging into the Mason Greenwood transfer, talking about what's happening with Mason Greenwood. If you're very interested, then please stick around, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash a like for us, so that definitely we can always move along. Anyway, let's get the part started. Let's talk about Mason Greenwood and what's happening with Mason Greenwood and his life, what is actually happening. So you would remember that Mason Greenwood, who is one of the best strikers, still very young, 21 years of age. He had a few runs with the police some time ago, 18 months ago. He was charged. He was charged with rape. I must say, he had big charges placed on him, and he managed to get through those charges, and things really did not go so bad for him after 18 months, after 17 to 18 months now. He was found not guilty. He's an innocent man according to the courts, and but you know, the thing is, it's not a decision that Manchester United can make alone. It's a decision that the fans make. It's a combination. His return is a combination between the fans, the squad, the management, and the club as a whole. Plus, the owners also, plus the sponsors also have a bit of a word in his return. So a lot definitely has been happening, and we hope that things keep on moving on quite well for the club Manchester United. But at this moment in time, Mason Greenwood's return is something that has been making rounds, and that's what we definitely are going to be talking about. So Mason Greenwood, after being found innocent, really, Manchester United came out and said he's not going to be playing for Manchester United until Manchester United finalize the deal, finalize the private investigation, because Manchester United had a private investigation about the matter, so that they can come up with a conclusion and see if he will play for Manchester United, or he will be loaned away from, possibly loaned or sold. But what we gathered before was that he was meant to be many people at Manchester United were saying that let him be loaned, and once he's loaned, Manchester United can see how he's playing, and then they can possibly, Manchester United can possibly get him back. But from Erik ten Hag, and Erik ten Hag really came out and said he does not need to be loaned. The decision has to be made because he's a very good football player. If he can play for Manchester United, then that would definitely be great. So really, at this moment in time, it's a bit of a mix because when we talk about what definitely is happening what's happening with Mason Greenwood. He is more than happy for him as a football player to get back to the squad and play. But also, you will remember that he's been in training with Manchester United football players. We saw him with Anthony Elanga before Anthony Elanga moved to Nottingham Forest. Did he go to Nottingham Forest? I think so. I hope so. Before Elanga moving, he was in a bit of training with him, and also it was noted he was seen with some Manchester United squad members. That definitely gave us a bit of light that he could be making a return to Manchester United. And recently, Adidas was asked about what they think about Mason Greenwood. Adidas, who have made a big 900 million deal with Manchester United for kits, really, for kits, the new kits. They have extended. Adidas has extended their deal, the sponsorship deals with Manchester United. And they came out and said they have nothing to do with Mason Greenwood. They came out and clarified the air. They said they've got no problem with him playing, but it's not up to them. The business of the club is entirely up to the club, and it's not up to them as sponsors. And that was a bit tricky. That was a little bit tricky, but it's a good thing that they've got no. I don't know whether I should say it's a good thing or not, but they've got nothing to do with it, and their opinion does not matter in this. It's entirely up to Manchester United management at this point in time, and what Manchester United management will consider. It will still consider their opinion, though they are not the direct. They won't give a directive to Manchester United. So Manchester United management will consider the opinion of Adidas. I will consider the opinion of the fans plus the squad members, and they'll go on and talk about it. So you will remember that Mason Greenwood is really having a bit of good time with his wife. They already had a new baby, and this is the wife that he allegedly raped, and they've just given birth to a new baby. That's Harriet Robson. Still a lot going on in that in Manchester United's superstars world. Really, at this moment in time, is a good times with his wife, and possibly Manchester United can also look at that as a positive and say, oh, at least he's still with his wife. Everything must be going on quite well. Let's really make him. Let's make the return. Let's let him return to the club, Manchester United. Anyway, a decision. What we know, what has come to us is that Manchester United is in its final stages of coming up with the final decision of the return of Mason Greenwood, and Manchester United is very sure that this is going to be the best decision they will make. And as very many fans are saying, let him really come and play. I mean, everybody needs a second chance, if he did bad, really, if he did bad, what he did wasn't good, if he raped, if he did anything wrong, really, I think he deserves a second chance. After all, it's his wife. We shouldn't be saying that, but really, I think everybody deserves a second chance. Everyone needs a second chance in life, and I think if Manchester United can give Mason Greenwood a second chance in life, I think that definitely would mean quite a lot, and also teaches the world a big lesson that really forgiving is something that people really should take. And also, I think Manchester United really should look into it and possibly find a way of making him, giving him a second chance so that he can return to Premier League football and also play for Manchester United. I personally think it would be okay for him to return to Manchester United because things look to be quite great, quite okay between him and his wife, and everybody makes mistakes. I make my own mistakes, and you who is watching, you also make your own mistakes. So it's the difference is that some of the mistakes we make do not go to the limelight, but people, celebrities like Mason Greenwood, when they make mistakes, they really go to the limelight, and people make it a very big deal, which shouldn't be really. But Yeah, I think everybody really deserves a second chance, and I hope Manchester United can give Mason Greenwood a second chance. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a good thing, as Manchester United is going to be making a final decision very soon. And if you need to know about that final decision, please make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so that when I put out a video, you can definitely watch it. You can get it straight, live, loud, and clear. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the United chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as it's possible and so as it is much United related, right about here, the United chapter, with me, your very host, Abu KALS. Thank you and goodbye for now.